Hi, this last video is not really intentional, but yeah, I heard something from Styles. Do you guys remember him? He was the one who's sending money to a girl who told him that he lost her phone. She lost her phone. She lives at the squatters area. She cannot get a job. And then I told him to just leave her because if she really wants to work, she can find a job and then she's saying like her mom is just borrowing money, washing clothes, something like that. So if you remember him, he was the guy way back with a big problem, but now he sent me a message. Actually, if you're gonna scroll down my videos, he actually sent me a message there where he was able to leave this girl. Congratulations, Styles. That's a very nice one for the start of New Year. I'm not saying it's nice because she's a Filipina or whatever. I'm just saying it's nice because at least you woke up from that nightmare. A person who's working hard like you doesn't deserve to be played. So it's really good for you. So congratulations. And this woman is, I heard from Styles, this woman, the one that he's meeting right now, is working, not asking him for anything. So yeah, if you're ever gonna spend your money to meet her in the Philippines, I think it's worth it. So just give it a try. And I'm very, very happy for you. Now there's another person, I forgot his name. Let's call him John. I think I made a video back in the Philippines for him, but it's like 16 minutes and I was sleepy that time. I don't know what I was really talking about. So the situation was his friend is really in love with a woman who has children. Then his friend is actually sending money to the woman. The woman has a college student and two younger children. The woman has a shop, a Sari Sari store. If people doesn't know Sari Sari store, these are the small stores, and but still it's not enough for her. So eventually, the foreigner ends up sending her money for like if they need extra money for the shop or the Sari Sari store, paying for her child's college degree, second year, and the child's tuition fee, and also the other two younger children. They're going for like a special class after school, which he is paying for 700 per week. Now this guy, he really wanted to have that child experience or a baby experience probably according to his friend and his friend and he ends up like giving it even though he doesn't have any more. He ends up borrowing from his friend when he ends up giving all his money to that woman because whenever the woman asks for money, like for education, blah, 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 and because he's trying to be a father figure and trying to show her that he can afford it, he would borrow money from his friend to pay his own expenses. Now, do the friend asked me, is it, he said that if they're married, it's really okay, but right now they haven't met yet and they're just like online couple, something like that. So, what is my what can I say about it and what can you say to your friend? Well, first of all, um, this is something I learned when I was maybe 2 years ago. I also did the same thing. I didn't do the same thing, but I tried to embrace something that I can't afford. Now it's not something, but like I tried to help my father, even if I can't. I'm losing myself that time. So, what I could tell you is it's not his responsibility yet. But as you know, we cannot really force your friend to change his mind. At the same time, you would be a bad friend if you won't let him anything. But I guess the best thing you can tell your friend is to be honest to that woman because once she would always expect that he will have money for her. But if he's honest to her that, hey, I have limitations with the money I can give you because I also have my expenses here, and then after that, if she leaves him, she doesn't love him. Now, if she stays and then leaves him, she only used him for money to support the education of her child. So, if she's understanding enough and if she really loves him, your friend, she would she herself would tell him to cut it out. Not if it's really helpful for her, she's gonna tell him like, okay, just my daughter who's going to college, that's enough. You don't have to give me for electricity, or for my shop, or for my other children. And I would be very thankful for that. Come on, college education is expensive in the Philippines. Although with the price that you have given me, I think 7,000 per semester, that's already low. I mean, that's a public school, but if your friend is giving again and again, including allowance and such, then that's a little bit out of hand. Maybe you can do that once they get married. So that's my own stand. Plus, tell your friend never to embrace something you know, he cannot afford, or he cannot really take. It's going to be difficult for him psychologically, emotionally, and financially, especially if that's a financial problem. So, yeah, it's to be honest, to be a good friend, you're the one who should tell him directly. Because a good friend would be the person who would tell you something straight, even though it would hurt you, but it's good for you. Unlike other friends, they would just tell, no, it's okay, it's okay. Those are not good friends. No. Be a good friend with that. And you are not a good friend if you keep on lending him. No. But if you tell him directly, like, why don't you tell her the truth? Why don't you cut it a little bit like that, or save some for yourself? And being honest to her would show up other things. It can either burst the bubble, or make it into a reality, right? Burst the bubble, maybe she just wants money, but reality, maybe she really loves him, and she would stay with him even without the money. So those are possible. And they happen. Look at Styles, right? He made it. And yeah, tell him to save some for himself. This is what my aunt told me before I left the Philippines. She just told me, never ever uh, embrace something you cannot do. You don't have to say yes to every loan that they are asking you. You have no obligation to help other people if you cannot help yourself first. So she told me to love myself, take care of myself, of the things that I want before I help other people. It looks selfish for other Filipinos, even for my mom or some of my family members. They think I'm selfish with what I'm doing right now. But my aunt already experienced that she gave everything until she had nothing. At the end of the day, especially your friend, if he loses you and he loses her and he loses the money, he wouldn't have anything except him for himself. So it's better for him to take care of himself first before other people. So to be a good friend, just tell him directly, to tell the girl, and yeah, tell him the positive parts. Like if you tell her, probably if she will still stay with you with or without the money, um, that's true love. Keep her. She's a keeper. Now, if she starts complaining, she should start doubting. He should start doubting. So that's just my own opinion. It doesn't matter. It's just my own view. So once again, I hope that helps. And Styles, mm, what can I say? Congratulations. This is a really good news for this new year, and thank you so much for updating me. By the way, he posted. I'm gonna be posting the Facebook picture. I mean Facebook. I don't want to do this because it's a little bit rude, but he gave me the Facebook link of the girl to warn some other men who have been who will encounter her in the future. So for those men who might, yeah, you guys can click down there. You can click the picture, you can see her face. So if you will encounter her at any dating site, you're warned by Styles. So thank you so much for that, Styles. And everyone, um, have a nice week and a week ahead. If I cannot upload videos sooner, just don't watch all, but thank you so much. I'm already 1,800 viewers, although another part says it's 2,000, but regardless, thank you so much. Have a nice, what time is it here? 4 p.m. day, everyone.